guys, my name is Onion and my tongue is red because I had a tamborin. And this one is for you. Exactly. I'm gonna leave it there for you. A little treat. You're welcome. So today I'm gonna talk about my Unus Annus resolutions. And most of you, if not all of you, have no idea what I'm talking about. And that's fine. So, first of all, I need to begin explaining what Unus Annus was. Unus Annus was a channel created by Ethan Nestor and Markiplier. The whole objective of the channel was to remind people that time is not an unlimited source. Their tagline was Memento Mori, which means remember death or remember that you're gonna die. And I think they did an excellent job elaborating on this with the channel. Together, they did a joint channel in which they uploaded daily. That was the goal. At the same time, every day, they cared little to nothing about demonetization or the comments or what people thought. They just wanted to have fun with the videos, upload them daily, and just have fun. And after a year, they were gonna delete it all. They were gonna delete all the videos. They were gonna delete their channel, and they were gonna delete most, if not all, I haven't searched for them, but all of the time capsule channels that wanted to preserve their videos, because the point was that it ended. Everything ends, nothing is forever. And for the fans that were caught up with all the videos, it was really shocking realizing that they actually erased the videos. They ended all with a little live stream which lasted 12 hours, and I was in every single one of those hours. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Unus Annus didn't talk just about the little time we have left or death. They also talked about doing the most out of what time you have. So, the Unus Annus community has this sort of tradition in which each November 14th we write down our New Year's resolutions. Before giving you my New Year's resolutions list, I want to say that I was inspired by Lexian, who is Markiplier's editor. He always uploads um, his New Year's resolutions and his Unus Annus New Year's resolutions, and I think it's really special because he not only shares what he wants to do in his year, he also shares what he couldn't accomplish. Oh my god, guys, I was playing with this bobby pin and I did that. I Dude, my Unus Annus nails. What the fuck, dude? Uncalled for. Anyways, so just how Lexian does it, I want to share with you my last year's Unus Annus resolutions list. Resolutions list is a mouthful. Like, try saying that Unus Annus resolutions list. Like, I'm getting used to it, but there's a lot of S's that I keep forgetting. So in this video, I want to share with you my last year's Unus Annus resolutions list, and I also want to, share my new ones. So we can go on this adventure together. If you want to do your own list, you can just put it in the comments or just write in the comments, I have my list, and don't tell us what it is. That's fine. That's whatever. But I want to share them with you. My previous list had 5 things. Let's begin. So, my first Unus Annus resolution was to make a little garden. It didn't matter the size. Did I make it? No. And it's not my fault. Hold up. So, originally, I wanted to have like a little spices plant, like a rosemary plant, or I also wanted to have like a little garlic plant. I thought that would have been really cute, but unfortunately, I don't have this space. And okay, let me explain. So in my windowsill, I can put a little bit of like a pot, I guess, but the sun, it's harsh. I have like two cacti plants, and even they cannot handle the heat that comes from my window. So I don't think another plant would be able to survive. Now I know what you're thinking. How often do you water those plants? Moving on. I also have a little balcony, but I wasn't expecting my house becoming the squirrels' restaurant. They always come here and they make a fuss and they want food, and we always give them peanuts. That's fine. We also give them other nuts. So don't come to me saying that we are malnourishing the squirrels. I don't know. I'm not a squirrel scientist, and I am sorry. And if you are, what a nerd. Those squirrels really mess up every plant that we try to put in the balcony. They have broken, I think, two pots, one with an actual plant inside. And we had like a little dead tree that was really special to us, even though it was dead. It was really special to us. And they like I don't know how to explain it, but they plucked it out of the dirt. It is like a big, like it wasn't a small tree. It wasn't a. It was probably like a sapling. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a tree scientist. We've talked about this. I couldn't make a little garden. Moving on. My second. Oh no. My my second resolution on the list was to learn how to drive, and I didn't do it. I could. Okay. I'm so sorry. I do want to learn how to drive, but I didn't, and I failed that one. Moving on. The third one. The third one was the tricky one because I don't think I shouldn't. Because I think I shouldn't have wrote it down. Okay, so it is process or tramit, I guess, my RFC, which I don't know in how many countries there is an RFC. I'm not gonna search for it. If you wanna know, you can search for it. I'm not gonna. Anyways, I I I procrastinated. Okay, I didn't do it. It doesn't matter. I know what you're thinking. Three out of my list of five have been I haven't been able to achieve them. And you know what? Shut up. At least I have a list. But the fourth one, my fourth resolution was to sell more crochet stuff because I know how to crochet and I wanted to sell more stuff. And I'm gonna take that as a partial win. Because A, I need a win, let's be honest. And B, because I did sell crochet stuff, but not as much as I thought I was gonna. I quickly realized that selling crochet stuff wasn't for me. I like crocheting, but once I added like a time limit, it stopped being fun for me. I'm about the fact that I was able to sell as much crochet as I did, which wasn't a lot, but I realized I don't wanna anymore. So partial win, I guess. And my fifth and last resolution was to follow through with Inktober. If you don't know, Inktober is a, let's say, event celebration, I don't know, which artists have like a prompt list, and they do one drawing each day of the month of October using just ink. And I was able to do it. So we have one and a half. I'm gonna give myself two. I have two resolutions that I was able to fulfill. And here are some of my drawings. If I figure out how to insert them, but they should be somewhere. Anyways, so now I can start talking about my new list. But before that, I do want to share something else, which is what I've learned from the previous list. Do not repeat the mistakes of my past. Let's be clear. The first thing I learned is do not add random stuff. It is really annoying having to look at my resolutions, wanting to find inspiration, and I just realized it is just a to-do list. Like the RFC thing, I don't think it should have been there. Like, yeah, I need to write it down on a list so I can actually do it. But my Unus Annus list is mostly for inspiration. Whenever I'm like, geez, I'm not doing anything, I should be doing something. I can look to that list and be like, oh yeah, I wanted to do this. I still want to. I just forgot about it, or I thought I didn't have time. But if I'm thinking that I have nothing to do, I obviously have time. That's the first thing I learned. Do not add random stuff. This is not a supermarket list. This is not a to do this week list. Is a resolutions list. The second thing I learned is don't add stuff that's out of my control. I don't think I added one that was out of my control. Maybe the garden one, but I've been thinking about what to put on my new list, and a lot of stuff were things that weren't in my control, and I don't want to do that. So, if you notice that in my list there's something that I cannot control, tell me about it, right? Am I right? And finally, the third thing I realized was I shouldn't force myself to monetize a hobby. This is a really specific one, and it's obviously talking about the fact that I added selling more crochet stuff to my previous list. And I know this is like a niche thing that I learned, but I really don't want to monetize hobbies. I don't think that's what suits me. I know it suits other people, and that's completely fine. It just wasn't for me. And I'm adding this because when I started thinking about my new Unus Annus resolutions list, I wanted to add a new hobby that I have and to sell stuff. And I realized that that wasn't gonna work. So this is a little reminder for me. Now it's time for my new Unus Annus resolutions list, and I'm gonna write them here. Am I gonna write them pretty? No. Whoa. Did you saw that? My Unus Annus resolutions list. Are you seeing it? Up, flip, 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 right side. Exactly. Are you seeing it flip? Number one. Let me see what I added. Number one. This is a repeat. But I really want to learn to drive. And I think I can write it in my Unus Annus resolution list. I think it could be in a New Year's resolutions list. So what a better place than to start today, right? Drive. I wanted to write down, learn how to drive, and I started with the D, and well, I always start with the D. But do we draw a car? I'm gonna draw a little car. I don't want to fuck it up. second resolution on my new Unus Annus resolutions list. Now that I'm reading it, it's easier. Unus Annus resolutions list. The next one is also a repeat from the last list, but not only that, this is a resolution that has been in my list consistently, and it's the only resolution I've been able to fulfill, like, also consistently, and I really enjoy it. My I think it makes my year more exciting. I want to do Inktober again. I think it's really fun. I have a lot of fun, and this year is the first year that I was able to do it with 100% um ink. I think the first year I also made it 100% with just ink, but I gave up halfway through because I didn't give up on Inktober. I gave up in just using ink. I started using like a pencil, and it's not an issue. Like, you can do whatever you want, but I didn't like that. I really wanted to do like an all ink thing, and then I discovered how amazing pencils for like a fucking draft is, and I just couldn't look back. But this year I found a cheat code, and I'm gonna give it to you. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Exactly. This shit is an erasable pen, and I don't care if you're like that's the same as a pencil. Shut up. It's ink, and I don't know. It is more aligned to what I wanted, which is an all ink Inktober. I don't care if it's erasable. I look, my third Unus Annus resolution. Have I been saying it wrong all this time? Good thing no one's watching, am I right? My third Unus Annus resolution is personal. And it's okay, I want to share them with you. It's not that personal, whoa. But I think it's gonna help me a lot. And it is to express my gender more. And this is the ugliest fucking flag I've seen. Do not come after me. Are you sure you made your Inktober fully? Shut up! I say this one is more personal because not a lot of people know that I am gender fluid. I am not secretive about that, but I do not want to explain myself to everyone individually. I'm out of the closet, I consider myself out of the closet, but it's still hard for me to actually dress as my gender. Now, since I'm gender fluid, I'm not a girl all the time and I'm not a guy all of the time, which is a bit confusing, not only for my friends and my family, but also for me. Like, guys, I'm really not trying to make your whole life harder, making you use like a different gender for me. I get it. I really get it. But it is confusing also for me, and I want to be able to express it more. I don't want to be worried about, I don't know, going out looking more masculine or people not liking me because I don't know. I just want to express myself more. And I also want to learn more, you know? It's not just like the fear of going out being more masculine and then more feminine and people talking about me. Um, you know, it's also the lack of knowledge to make myself appear more masculine. Like, I don't know if you can tell, like, my close friends, because I saw them today, they know that today I'm a guy. But you probably couldn't have guessed it because of how I look. So I want to do something about it. I know this one is a really subjective resolution, but I want to keep it. And we'll see each other in a year. I'll look back and be like, that I was a guy there. I want to be able to tell. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that guys have to look like a guy to be a guy. Pause. I'm a guy right now and I don't look like one. That's not what I'm saying. Do not cancel me. Now, my fourth resolution can be divided depending on how I do. And I know that's a little bit like cheating, but I don't care. It's my list. Do your own and make your own rules. My fourth resolution is to upload more videos and to stream more. You probably didn't know that I stream. Or maybe you did. I think this one can be divided because maybe I focus more on making videos than streaming or vice versa. I want to do both. I really want to do both, but I have the tendency of picking and dropping hobbies. I've always wanted to do this, like videos. I guess this one is more out of my control, which was something that I didn't want, but I don't know. It's a hobby and I want to be able to pursue it. But I think I should have like more of a metric to know if I was able to do it, because uploading more videos and streaming more, it's not like the most specific thing. I can just stream once and that's it. I stream more, or I don't know. So I want to have goals for each one. And for videos, I want to upload at least 4 videos. And I know that's not a lot, but I don't know what, like, this is my first video and I don't know how long they're gonna be or how short they're gonna be. And for my streams, I want to reach at least 50 subs. I think that would be really cool. And that is definitely out of my control, but not really. Like, if I stream more, people are gonna want to see me more. And I think I can make it. I think 50 subs is reasonable, but also hard. Now, my fifth resolution is, I think it's challenging for me because the other ones haven't been that challenging. I think Inktober, but I've been able to do Inktober pretty consistently. But this one, I think it's more challenging to me. And it's a Goodreads goal. And I want to read, I don't know if that, did you see that? Could you see that? Can you see? I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna assume that you could see. And my new Goodreads goal is gonna be 35 books. Well, 35 books might be a lot to you or maybe too little, but this is a challenging amount for me. My current, like this year's Goodreads goal is 30 books and I'm 4 books behind. And you know, the year is ending. So I think I can make it. I think I can make it this year's. So next year's is gonna be really challenging because I'm, you know, struggling with 30 books and I was doing great the first month and now I'm not. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun challenge. And last but not least, my sixth resolution is also a bit personal, and there's no real way to show you in the end if I did it or not. Maybe I can. Maybe with an app. Maybe with an app. Maybe. I wanna keep up with my health. But what do I mean with that? It was a really rough year for me. I had to do a lot of stuff that I didn't want to do. I had to do stuff that I needed to do, and without getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, I'm able to look after myself in a better way. And the main one is I set up strict limits around my sleeping times. And I want to keep that up. I want to be able to sleep consistently. I can give myself some leeway, but I don't want to drop it. I don't want to go a full month just sleeping 5 or 6 hours, which is a lot for some of you. I forgot I was doing little drawings for for each one of them. So give me a second. And there we go. My Unus Annus resolutions list. Maybe I'm gonna try to decorate it more later, and but I like it. I think it's really complete, and I don't know. Like I said, if you want to make your own Unus Annus resolutions list, you can. It doesn't matter if you didn't experience Unus Annus. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just try it out. It's cool. And for me, it was really refreshing having a resolutions list that didn't end in December. Because around December, there are a lot of parties, and I don't know. I cannot do, like, I love procrastinating. I shouldn't, but I do. Like, it's obvious because this video was supposed to be uploaded November 14th, and it's not gonna. I like to procrastinate, okay? So I cannot procrastinate if I'm surrounded by parties. Like, that's not fun. I cannot do everything last minute when at the last minute there's a party, you know? So I like it more starting my resolutions on November. It's also just like having a little head start with everyone else. So try it out. Like, really, it's kind of fun. You can write it in the comments if you want to. If not, you can just write like, I have my list. We'll see each other next year, and we'll see each other next year. You don't have to post it. If you want to, that's fine. I'm gonna read it, and we can go through it together. In a year, we'll see each other again, hopefully. Knock on wood. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this year has for us. And we'll see each other in a year. Well, no, I want to do more streams and more videos, but I'm saying we're gonna see each other next year, and until then, I don't have an outro.